Welcome to Wednesday's News Moto, brought to you by For Riel. Each week we partner a moto ride somewhere in Cambodia with updates about what's happening around the country. It's a fun way for you to keep up to date with events in the kingdom. Today's ride is the second half of a ride from just before Khmer New Year. Jeremy went for a ride around to see what was happening in terms of things being set up for the festival. The last few minutes of today's ride show a bit of the crazy water fighting. At For Riel, we donate the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. YouTube pays us every month based on the number of views on the ads throughout our videos in that particular month. So by viewing our videos, you're helping us to earn the money. It does add up over time, and we're really happy that we can support great charities in this way. In the description of this and every For Riel video, you will find links to the charities we support. Please check out their websites to find out more about them and donate directly to them if you'd like. We regularly support Cambodian Children's Trust, Heartprint and Reach. Okay, now the formalities are out of the way, let's get into the news. It is Wednesday the 24th of April, and today we get the final count on Khmer New Year numbers. We introduce you to the Flying Red Naga and look at a huge injection of cash for healthcare in Cambodia. We'll also look at a case of Cambodian catfishing and finish with some good news for Flipper 007. Khmer New Year's smash last year's count. Almost 22 million national and international visitors travelled to different tourist destinations across Cambodia during the 4-day holiday of Khmer New Year. That's a significant increase from 13 million visitors across the holiday last year. A report showed that 21.7 million were national tourists and local people, and 110,000 were foreign visitors. Kampong Cham province took the lead by receiving more than 5.3 million tourists, followed by Prey Veng province with nearly 2.3 million. Kampong Speu province had 2.1 million, Battambang had 1.7 and Kampot had 1.4. AirAsia launches the Red Naga. The Prime Minister extended a welcome to the first AirAsia Cambodia aircraft when it landed at Phnom Penh International Airport. The official domestic flights will be launched on the 2nd of May. There will be 2 routes, Phnom Penh to Siem Reap and Sihanoukville Siem Reap. AirAsia Cambodia will operate 4 flights per day for each route. According to Fly AirAsia's Facebook page, the aircraft that landed is named Red Naga, and its design draws inspiration from the sacred Naga, a mythical animal representing strength, protection and abundance. The vibrant colours of red, blue and white take inspiration from the Cambodian flag, with its design that includes Angkor Wat. Speaking of Angkor Wat, Angkor displacement provides a new start for many families. Efforts to revitalise the towns of Runta Ek and Piek Sneng in Siem Reap province are underway. These are the 2 new towns where people who moved from the archaeological park were resettled. The Cambodian government is aiming to transform them into model rural towns, bolstering infrastructure and improving living standards for the residents. Collaborating with various authorities, including the Ministry of Culture and Fine Arts, the Apsara Authority and Siem Reap Provincial Authority, the Ministry of Land Management is spearheading the development of the physical infrastructure in Runta Ek and Piek Sneng, aiming to establish them as exemplary rural towns in Cambodia. Water and sanitation completion is rising. Cambodia's rural clean water coverage rate has reached 83%, while rural sanitation coverage has risen to 86%. The figures were shared in a report released at a meeting on clean water supply and rural sanitation strategies to achieve full coverage by 2030. According to the report, the provinces of Spey Rieng, Prey Veng, Kandal, Kampong Speu, Kampong Chenang and Kep have already obtained open defecation-free status. 6 other provinces, including Prey Sihanouk, Kampong Cham, Dabong Khmum, Ratnakiri, Siem Reap and Kampong Tom, and Phnom Penh capital will be officially declared open defecation-free in the near future, and that has to be good news. Health upgrade cash is a vital shot in the arm for Cambodia. As part of its strategy to improve the people's well-being, the government has earmarked $170 million to strengthen the capacity of health centres across the country. The Prime Minister announced this at the inauguration of the Japanese-funded Centre of Surgical Service of Siem Reap Provincial Referral Hospital on Saturday. He said that the government has developed a strategic plan to enhance all health centres across the country by giving more funds, modernising the facilities and expanding the number of health professionals, including doctors on duty around the clock. The Premier emphasised the need to upgrade regional hospitals to lessen the strain of travelling to Phnom Penh for medical care. UXOs in Mundulkiri are still killing. 4 people were killed and 2 injured in an explosion triggered by the group's effort to retrieve unexploded ordnance embedded in a giant tree stump in the forest near their village in order to use the explosives for fishing purposes. The Deputy Chief of Mundulkiri Provincial Police said that 6 people belonging to the Bunong minority went into the forest in the village in order to gather resin and rattan to sell. They found an M69 82mm mortar round embedded in a tree stump, and one of the men in the group attempted to remove it to use the explosives for fishing in the river. While the man was removing the UXO, the device exploded and killed 4 people. The explosion also injured a 36-year-old woman and her 6-year-old daughter, who were further away from the site of the detonation at the time. During the war between 1970 and 1990, Sen Monorom City was a battleground between government troops, Khmer Rouge, and the North Vietnamese soldiers. During that time, many mortar rounds and artillery shells were exchanged between the armed forces fighting in the jungle surrounding Sen Monorom City, and as a result, there are many UXOs remaining in the area. Villagers have been asked to report UXOs to authorities and not touch or attempt to remove them. Cambodia and Thailand push Myanmar for release. Tensions are escalating along the Myanmar-Thailand border in the town of Myawaddy, with clashes intensifying between junta troops and armed rebel groups. Cambodia has joined Thailand in calling for the full release of detained leader Aung San Suu Kyi to increase the chance of peace talks. Cambodia emphasises that the case of the former state councillor who was recently transferred from prison to house arrest cannot be disregarded in any political resolution involving the junta. In an interview, the minister delegate attached to the Prime Minister said Cambodia maintains its call for Suu Kyi to be fully released, paving the way for political resolution. The 78-year-old Nobel laureate is currently serving a 27-year sentence for a multitude of criminal convictions, ranging from corruption charges to breaching COVID-19 regulations. Catfishing can be very fishy. A 51-year-old man who lured investors to his fraudulent schemes by pretending to be a number of beautiful women has been arrested by Phnom Penh police. The suspect used his own bank account as a means of receiving fraudulent money from various investors and then transferred the money via various other bank accounts. The suspect used social media, pretending to be beautiful girls according to the target they are chasing, in order to persuade his victims to invest. The department is currently building a case and sending the suspects to the Phnom Penh Municipal Court for legal action. The table of shame is set. The Bantay Mianche Provincial Police Anti-Drug Bureau arrested a man and woman for drug possession. A police report confirmed the police force seized 500 small packets of MDMA weighing 4.5 kilos and another 500 packets of red horsehair MDMA weighing 2.3 kilos, as you can see in this beautifully designed table of shame. And now we have a good news story. Flipper 007 has a license to swim. The Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries and the Fisheries Administration announced that a newborn dolphin was spotted by the research team of the Fisheries Administration and WWF in Karachi province. The baby dolphin was seen in a group of 3 other large dolphins, and this is the 7th baby dolphin to be born in 2024, hence 007. The Fisheries Administration of the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries thanked the river guards, local authorities and people who participated in the maintenance and protection of valuable natural resources. In some breaking good news, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office of the State of New York in the United States has handed over 27 precious Cambodian artefacts worth $2.4 million for repatriation. The objects, which include several Angkorian Buddhist statues and Hindu statues, were seized from art dealers who are alleged to have used their galleries to offload smuggled and stolen antiquities. The repatriation of these 27 stunning relics to the people of Cambodia restores an important link between the nation's classical Angkor era and its modern customs and beliefs that, for far too long, were disrupted by the greed of traffickers in stolen antiquities. And on that wonderful positive note, we reach the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Don't forget to join us on Instagram or Facebook if you'd like to see more posts about our daily life in Siem Reap. We're thinking of doing a live stream in the near future, and we'll let you know the details of that once we've decided on a date and time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.